Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm at my parents' house for Father's Day weekend, so we're just gonna have to work with what I got going on right now, okay? But I wanted to make a quick video because I just find it funny. If you guys caught the video where I was talking about the statue and people having issue with the statue and how people don't like reality, stuff like that. I also mentioned in that video that people don't like when people who they find undeserving or beneath them speak out about things that are, affecting them, affecting their community, stuff like that. So I just find it so ironic how quickly I am placed in a situation like that, because that's quite literally what it is. That is what you have an issue about, because if that wasn't why you had an issue, you wouldn't care. Because again, you're already catered to. So you could just continue minding your business because it doesn't affect you at all because you're already included. But it bothers you that people that you think are beneath you, are undeserving, would dare speak out because they're supposed to just sit there and take it. So Shanygne, what are you talking about? If you guys remember, I received a package from Jane Iredale, and they sent me their new foundation, and none of the shades that they sent me matched. It was this video right here. Well, after I did that video, I also made like a little short video. Mind you, I made no mention of the brand. I also posted it here on YouTube as well as a short. So if you haven't seen it, it's there for you to see it. But it's supposed to be like a lighthearted, just little joke type thing of, they sent me the wrong shade. This looks crazy on my skin tone, right? Let me tell you what has happened since posting that video. First, of course, I get the, it's not that bad, you could make it work, da, 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 da. I'm telling you, look at it. Look at the shade, okay? It is quite literally orange. Pumpkin orange on my, and I literally have people who are not the same skin tone or darker than me telling me that it is my shade. Not only are they trying to gaslight your girl, telling me that it's my shade, but they're also saying, in the same breath of saying it's my shade, saying, oh, well, that's why bronzer exists. That's why concealer exists. You could make it work. Do people tell you that you could just make stuff work? And mind you, we see what happens when other people who are usually included are left out, right? Y'all remember the whole thing with Huda Beauty? She is known to make multiple palettes, but for different skin tones. So she had the whole highlighter palette, and it was coming out that she was making one for deeper complexions. And then that one YouTuber got on Twitter talking about how are people of lighter skin tones supposed to use this? Well, gee, I don't know. Why don't you go use one of the other two versions that she already had available, and she was releasing this one for deeper complexion. So even when you already are included, the fact that you're not included with that one thing that's getting attention right now really got up under your skin, right? God forbid you be told to make that work if you did have to make that work, right? Let's say the other options didn't exist and that one that was more geared towards darker complexions was the only option. You can't not use that. You would just have to use that with a lighter hand and it would still work on you, right? Remember when they were complaining because the Juvia's Place blushes were too pigmented? Mind you, they were putting it on by smearing it on their even deeper complexions. Wouldn't be able to use it that way because it's a very pigmented blush. You just have to use a lighter hand when applying it on your face. And mind you, the Rare Beauty blushes are just as pigmented. But I didn't hear anyone complaining that they couldn't make that work for their skin tone. So we already see how y'all act when you are left out of things, or when you have to inconvenience yourself just a little bit by making something work for you, right? But y'all be real quick to tell someone else that they could just make something work for them. If you're telling me that I could just use bronzer, I could just use concealer, I could just do this, that, and the third, then it's not a match. Like, if I have to do all of that with other products, then that one product is not a match for me. And again, very funny because it'd be the same people talking about if I have to spend $20 for this concealer and $30 for this powder, then that foundation isn't as good as people say. It should be able to work on its own. But now I should be able to make that work for me. Okay, so getting comments like that, right? But I'm also getting comments of, you're so ungrateful. So you got something for free and you want to complain about it because they're not wizards. Okay, so I'm ungrateful, which mind you, y'all know, even though they sent me the wrong shade, I still put that shade on, put on other bronzer, concealer, stuff like that. I still wore a full face so I could at least test out the formula. Well, I feel like my camera is playing with me with the lighting right now. I'm just saying, oh, but I still, tested out the formula of the product so I could tell you, hey, the shade might be wrong, but if you're interested in the formula and if they do have your shade, and I also mentioned that they simply got the shade wrong. I don't know if they don't have a shade for me because there are 4 darker shades available. But here is a test on the formula, and if it sounds like something you might want to check out, go ahead and check it out for yourself, right? So I still did that, but taking that aside, how ungrateful of me to complain, because I guess that video is me complaining that they're not wizards and they weren't able to color match me through the screen. Let's think about that logically. How ungrateful of me that I can't help you promote your product for free, and get people to give you their money for your products for free because you sent me the wrong shade. How ungrateful of me that I couldn't do that for you. Very, very ungrateful. And see, that made me want to talk about something else. Y'all show every single day that your issue with content creators, with influencers, is the fact that you can't do it. That's what you're upset about. Because y'all just let y'all talk for a little bit and y'all will show. If you had the opportunity, you would be worse, actually. You would be the most unethical, just repulsive influencer content creator that you could be out there. Just let people start talking and you'll see how bad it would actually be if they had the chance to be a Jaclyn Hill, a James Charles. Like, they had that type of following, they had that type of reach, baby. So because I got it for free, I'm supposed to get on here and lie? I'm supposed to get on here and act like it's the best thing since sliced bread? Y'all show. If you had the opportunity, if you had the chance for brands to send you stuff, if you had the chance for brands to take you on trip, you too would get on here and do it for a check. You would get on here, lie your way. And mind you, I saw a video on TikTok like last week or the week before, and the girl was like, because I don't know, if you don't have TikTok, you might not understand what I'm talking about, but they have TikTok Shop on there where they send out samples to content creators, and then you make videos promoting the samples so people will purchase it, and then you make commission off people purchasing it, right? So she had made a video and she was like, oh, if you are able to get into TikTok Shop as a creator and they start sending you free samples, you better get on there and you better say that's the best lipstick that you've ever tried in your entire life. You better get on there and say that this kitchen pot changed your entire way of cooking and your food now is on the level of Chef Ramsay. And so what happens if it's not, though? And I'm reading the comments and I see people talking about if I got on there, everything would be amazing. Everything would be great. Everything. But I thought y'all don't like that. I thought that's the reason that a lot of you don't like influencers, because they lie. Not y'all admitting that if you had the same chance, you would lie. I never had to do that. And I made it very clear from the beginning that I never was going to do that. It is a privilege to receive PR products and stuff like that to make content easier. You're saving money. But I'm not doing that just so I can receive an eyeshadow palette. To this day, I still purchase a majority of the stuff that I make content about. So it was never that deep to me. And I've always said from the very beginning that that'd be a lot of y'all's problem. You go into this wanting to be friends with these brands, when in reality, who you're supposed to make friends with, whose side you're supposed to be on, is the people that are following you. That'd be the problem. Y'all out here, remember the whole thing with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and everyone lost their minds because they were in group chats with Norbina, and people started, it was like, you don't stink, getting tattoos, all of this, blah, blah, blah. And look what happened. They knocked some sense back into Norbina, reminded her that you're a brand owner. She cut y'all off real quick, and y'all had to go back to the people who y'all was, you didn't receive a PR package like me. You're just mad that you did it. How'd that work out for you? Oh, okay. So you were reminded that at the end of the day, you're a tool for these brands. They're not your friends. They're not sending you PR packages because they just love your content so much. Most of them don't. Be nice, Shanygne. How many stories have we heard of brands not even getting people's names right? When they reach out to you, we love your content, we this, that, and the third. But then, like, you be meeting them in person and they don't know who you are. or they have you confused with so-and-so content. Because realistically, do you think that they can keep up with every single content creator that they send PR to, that they work with, that they do this, who tags them in videos? Do you think they can keep up with all of that? And they know you, they know your content, blah, 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 especially if you are not a mega influencer. Be so for real. You have a following. You have shown that that following trusts what you have to say. So they are going to send you stuff. They are going to sponsor you so that you can make them money. And I said this time and time again. It's business. Y'all want to be friends. Y'all want to be able to go to say, I went to lunch with the owner of, so we're besties because I have her phone number, da 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 da, and then be confused that you were dropped from PR. Yeah, because they didn't see you as beneficial anymore. So they dropped you from PR. And if you go into it continuing to think that you're going to become friends and that they really this, that, and third, you're going to always get your feelings hurt in this industry, because at the end of the day, it is business. I done told y'all who you're supposed to build a relationship with are the people who are watching you, because they're going to watch you, they're going to engage with your content, they're going to support you, and then the brands are going to come. Because that's what the brands are looking for. The brands are looking for, they're looking for who is going to help us for the best price, cheapest price, easiest price. That's how that stuff is going to come. So of course I piss off bootlickers, because they know what they would do if they were in the position, and they know how low they'd be willing to go so that they can stay in that position. So seeing someone who's not scared of that bothers them. And like I said, I have no reason to be scared of that. This year will make it 10 years that I've been doing this. Ain't nothing changed on how I will say what I want to say. You sent it to me. You sent it to me so you could hear what I had to say. If you loved my content so much, you know how I speak freely. Is she talking about some, I hope other brands that see your content reconsider, da 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 da, when actually, because I speak so freely and so openly and so honestly, that has actually helped. You do all this da 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 da, and you're ungrateful and you're da da da, but brands be telling me that they're playing my videos in their board meetings. When it comes time for product development, they're playing my videos in there. The feedback that I gave has actually helped with some of the launches of these products that you can get at Ulta and Sephora. I just saw a brand owner like a month and a half-ish ago who was telling the story of how I gave my honest feedback on her product, and then she went back in, fixed her formula, and now it's a very good product. So you know what she said? Thank you. Okay, I have VPs emailing me because I said, because that's what you do if you're actually a good brand owner, if you are actually, good team members to have on your my camera overheated. But when you're a good PR team, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hear how the public feels about the brand, how the public feels about your product, take that information and build off that, make it better. So yeah, of course, serious brands, of course, legacy brands hear that type of feedback and thank me for it, because again, they know there are people who like rage bait type things, stuff like that. It never gave that. It gives constructive over here. It gives how you can actually fix it over here. I give the pros and cons over here. So yeah, you're not going to tell me to shut up and dribble over here. You're not going to tell me to sit there and eat my food over here. If you don't have to deal with the scraps that brands have to offer you, neither do I. Okay. And if you are trying to make content creation your thing, be an honest person from the start. I know it seems a lot easier to be a, rage baiter, to say what people want to hear so that you can build a following quicker and so that you can be on the good side of brands. But in the long run, it's a whole lot easier to be a good person. Because when you're not, and when you are that rage baiter, that's why you see the people who are constantly having to apologize, who are constantly putting their foot in their mouths, because it's not easy being a liar. You have to remember previous lies to hold up with those lies, and you have to remember the persona that you're putting on for engagement, for likes, for stuff like that. It's so much easier to just be yourself, and to just be honest. Maybe you won't blow up as big, maybe you won't blow up as well, but in the long run, it'll be, look at the people who have the longevity, who have the audience who is not working against them every day that they log on to the internet. It's not those people who act like that. But yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.